Hey YouTube, OzSwanton007 here, back with another DVD pay-per-view review from WrestleAccess.com. And just finished watching Wrestlemania 24, the WrestleMania 2008, or WrestleMania XXIV. Get straight into it, start off with a Belfast Brawl, and it was a good start to the pay-per-view, really got the crowd pumped up a bit. It was it wasn't that great a match, but it had lots of high spots, lots of reasons for the crowd to pop. And it was some good stuff. I'm pretty sure Finlay went through a table at one stage, and lots of weapons being used. And it was a fun match to start the pay-per-view, and it's not the wrestling technical, high-flying match that most people would like to start a pay-per-view, but it definitely got the crowd to pop, and that is the great intention of an opener. I'm pretty sure JBL got the win in the end, which sort of giving him the win so he could push up back into the main event, which was good, but Finlay, I think this is his last pay-per-view or something, I don't know, it's his last WrestleMania or something like that, and you didn't really see Finlay going over. JBL got the win, going to a championship match at the next pay-per-view. Then, what does it give it, 2.5 stars? 2.5 stars. Then the next match, Money in the Bank ladder match, with John Morrison, Carlito, Shelton, Benjamin, CM Punk, Mr. Kennedy, MVP, Chris Jericho, and Jeff Hardy was supposed to be in this match, but he got suspended for his second wellness policy thing. And Jeff was supposed to win this, but it was still good how Punk came out with the win in this one. Overall, it was a good match. I adore the spot near the beginning of the match where John Morrison does a moonsault with a ladder onto like half of them. That was great stuff, and all throughout the match, it was high-flying, really good stuff. Definitely not the best Money in the Bank of all time, but it's a middle of the roader. CM Punk got the win in the end. I felt he didn't really do much, but it was still good stuff. I think definitely the performer of the pay-per-view of the match was Shelton Benjamin. I think Morrison did quite a bit too. Mr. Kennedy did quite a bit. Jericho was average. Carlito didn't really do that much. But they all got their spots in. Shelton Benjamin did his thing, and it was a good match. Good sort of keeping the crowd into it, really getting them hyped up, and CM Punk won. I don't think the crowd was too into CM Punk winning. Jeff Hardy would have had a lot bigger pop if he had won it, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. 3 3/4 stars. Then you've got a sort of a down match, Batista Umaga, no real build up to it, just SmackDown versus Raw. And it lived up to what it was going to be. It was going to be a shit match, and it was a shit match. They didn't really do much in the match itself. It was Umaga pretty much dominating the whole time until the end. I think at one stage Umaga had a nerve hold on his shoulder for like 3 to 5 minutes or something. It was just, I think it was like 3 minutes or something. It just murder to watch. But Batista came out with a win, 2.5 stars. Then you've got ECW Championship Match. Chavo Guerrero versus Kane, just a quick dud match. Kane came out, chokeslammed him. Was it like 18 seconds, 19 seconds or something? Maybe less than that. Oh well, Kane won a Battle Royal before the match as the dark match, which was an average match. But this was a NA just to break a record for the WWE. Then there's the career-threatening match between Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. Now, this was an interesting match because I've never really been that I never really watched Ric Flair when he was good, when he was in WWE. He was, through the years I've watched when he was in WWE, he's average at best, but I understand his sort of royalty in the business. But this match I felt they seemed very basic moves. The psychology was great. The story was great, but overall the wrestling of it, as I said, very simple moves. I mean, Ric Flair got the he got the crossbody off the top rope for probably the first time in his career, which was great to see. It that got a huge pop. You know, the wrestling fans really knew that was huge when he got that crossbody near the beginning of the match. But apart from that, you know, it was just your average sort of meaningful match with lots of storyline, but the content wasn't really that great. I mean, Dave Meltzer's gave this match a 3.5 stars, and you know it's fair enough. Like as I keep saying, the wrestling was average, very average moves. It was a bit slow paced. Shawn was really carrying Ric Flair. Flair was a bit slow, a bit lethargic. But still, they made a good match. The storyline brought it up. I think Dave Meltzer was definitely wrong giving it a 3.5. I've seen people give this 5 stars, 4 3/4. I felt it was in the middle between a 4 and a 4 1/4. I went with the 4 1/4 just over the psychology of it. It was a great storyline match, great psychology match. And the ending when Shawn super kicks him and says, "I love you, I'm so sorry." That was great, good stuff. 4 1/4 stars. Then we got the BunnyMania Lumberjack match. Maria and Ashley versus Beth Phoenix and Melina. Pretty sure Maria and Ashley win. Lumberjack match. Pretty boring. Very average. Lights went on and off. 1 star. Then we've got the WWE Championship Match between Randy Orton, Triple H, John Cena. This was I love triple threat matches. If you've listened to my reviews before, I love my triple threat matches. This was definitely one that I love again. I just love the dynamic that triple threat matches bring, throwing one guy out and the heels teaming against the face or the faces teaming against the heels. I just enjoy the dynamics of it so much, and you get to see, instead of just 2 people wrestling each other, they'll take turns in wrestling each other, and it's just, and the quick finishes, it's just something that I've always loved in wrestling, is triple threat matches. I won't go on about that any longer. Before the match, there was a little poll taken by WWE.com or text messaging sites or something, and it said Randy Orton was like 8% to win or something. John Cena like 60 and Triple H like 32. Or I can't remember the exact ones, but I remember Randy Orton was 8%, and the other 2 were like huge. And Randy Orton came out with the win, which was kind of like, I guess, a surprise factor. That Vince saw these votes and said, "Oh, let's make Randy Orton win because it'll surprise everyone and everyone will be flabbergasted." But really, you know, John went into made a rivalry with JBL. Triple H got the title a pay-per-view or 2 later, and the win really meant not that much. But all in all, the match was pretty good. John Cena hit the attitude adjustment. Oh no, Triple H hit the pedigree on Cena. Then Randy Orton came in, punted Triple H, and got the pin on Cena. A very weak punt, I must say. Very unbelievable. It was not the best punt you'll ever see, by any stretch of the imagination. But still, good match. 4 stars. Next match, the no disqualification match between Floyd Money Mayweather and The Big Show. Not looking forward to this going in, but it was entertaining. Floyd got the win after being dominated most of the match, and he won with what was it? He won with the brass knuckles. He took off one of his security guards. Apart from that, nothing that special. 3 stars. You know, a bit of entertainment, something for the people who don't watch wrestling. Then the main event of the night, the World Heavyweight Championship Match, Edge vs Undertaker. I adore this match so much. It's no 5-starer, but it makes it 4.5 stars. It made this event. If this did not have this match, if this match had been like a 3-starer, this pay-per-view would have been like a low 7 overall. But this match made it. You know, it didn't. Edge and Hawkins and Ryder came out, didn't really interfere. Taker hit a big spot on them, big clothesline off the apron. Not clothesline, big chokeslam off the apron. Great stuff there. to keep the match going, and lots of close finishes. Everyone hit their Edge and Undertaker all hit their finishes. You even had a false finish with the ref running down and just making it, and Edge kicking out. He definitely wouldn't kicked out, but that was great stuff. Great match. 4.5 stars. Love it. Overall, I'm going to give the pay-per-view 8.5 out of 10. Mainly because there were middle matches that weren't that great, matches that took up some time, that just brought it down a little bit. I mean, if the Umaga Batista match had been like 2.5 stars plus, if the BunnyMania match had been any better, and Chavo, Guerrero and Kane had gone a little bit longer, you know, it was a great pay-per-view. I mean, there was no real flat spots, but I just felt it deserved 8.5. Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair didn't quite get the gold for me like most people thought it did. And I can understand where people thought it was great, but I just didn't see it, didn't feel it, didn't love it. So guys, 8.5 out of 10 for WrestleMania 24. I'm Ross Swanton, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my old videos. Also, check out WrestleAccess.com. Thanks, guys.